From the News Channel 5 Network and Out and About newspaper, this is Out and About Today. Sponsored by the Tennessee Performing Arts Center.
Welcome to Out and About Today. I'm Brent Meredith. Coming up tonight, Pam talks with Vanderbilt's HIV vaccine program about their new HIV antibody program. And Chuck has a look ahead at TPAC's incredible new season in the Entertainment Outlook. But first, I'm joined by my co-hosts Chuck and Pam for tonight's Buzz About. Welcome, guys. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Got a lot to talk about. We're finally through Pride, so now we can actually focus on what's going on outside of that. And it's all things election, right? I mean, I'm sure you guys have been following it like crazy, right?
Definitely so, and it gets more and more interesting as it goes along.
So for last month, we saw both of the conventions take place, and we had a little bit of a local connection to the DNC. Our good friend and commentator, Marissa Richmond, was actually the official timekeeper. I just thought that was very cool. I'm sure you guys, did you see all of her feed, her pictures on social?
Yes.
Yes, I did, and it's very exciting, and you can see all the comments too.
Oh yeah, there she is right there, by the way.
Yeah, people are excited because you know someone that's right there in the thick of things.
Yes.
She's right off the stage. You made a funny. You say the funny.
Oh, I did. I was like, well, she's taking so many pictures during the course of the thing. How is she keeping time?
Right.
Like, I mean, is she paying attention? Is she sitting there with a stopwatch? It was just interesting because she was so excited to get that role,
well,
and I think they reached out to her a little bit beforehand and asked her to do it. Oh,
well, what I was going to say is one of the on the serious note, one of the things she wrote that makes her so excited, and I'm sure just amazed, is that the Democratic platform is the most trans inclusive. She was on USA Today, a story on USA Today about the first trans having an official role.
Exactly.
It's a big deal.
It is a big deal. And I don't know, just one of those days I saw a picture roll through of the biggest trans caucus that has taken place so far. And it was a room full of people. It was a really nice thing to see. So it was a good reach out to Nashville, to Marissa, but also to the trans community, of course.
Right.
So I can't wait to get her back and have her. She doesn't even know we're talking about her right now. So we're going to have to get her back and have her tell her about her experience.
Yeah, it's been fun, you know, watching her, because she's been in this community for a long time, and we've all watched her progress and become more and more respected, you know, and it hasn't been easy for her. And to get this kind of honor, to be able to do that, it's just, yeah, we've got to get her on.
But you're exactly right. She's been an activist for many, many years, going back for decades even, and for her to finally get to this point it's great, and it's good to see her sort of taking ownership of it too.
Yeah. Well, and we're all so proud. You know, like, I didn't do anything to get her there, and I'm just so proud
I know,
to know her and to see it happen.
Yeah, what, 2 degrees of separation from the podium is kind of cool.
Right.
So anyway, so juxtapose that to the RNC, which happened, of course, the week before the DNC. And there was this article in the Huffington Post recently that kind of caught my attention. It said, don't be fooled, Donald Trump is an anti-LGBT hate monger. And that, I think, is in direct response to the fact that he did mention our communities, all of our letters, at least twice during his speech. You guys saw that, right?
Yes.
What was your sort of initial reaction when you heard him say the letters as it sort of related to what he was talking about?
Well, I waited to listen to the end of the sentence because I thought there's got to be a catch here. And then, you know, basically he was saying, he said, yes, we're going to look out for, you know, our LGBTQ community, you know, against international terrorists.
Right.
I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
That way, because in their platform, conversion therapy, the cure the gay is in their platform.
Well, and you just steered us to my next question, which was, did you guys actually hear the platform? Because even though he mentioned it, obviously, in the speech, the platform, which had been adopted 2 days before his speech, was clearly not pro-LGBTQ, Pam. I mean, you did see that.
I mean, the overwhelming feeling I have on more than just our issues is, I don't know that man at all. Like, he is a crapshoot, right? What's he going to do?
Right.
We don't know. And forever you go to his website, he might have a topic, and there's like 2 sentences. We're going to do something on this. It's going to be good.
Well, and the two words that always sort of followed that during the speech, I'm sure you caught them, were what? Believe me.
Right.
And what does psychology tell us whenever someone says that? Like, if you're telling someone to believe you, chances are you probably shouldn't.
Right.
Well, and when we heard Ivana Trump talk about how her dad is going to do, Ivanka Trump, right? Is that how her dad's going to do all these things for families and kids, which of course now resonates with me. Then you have Chelsea come behind and say, well, where is this in the platform? These things he's going to do.
Right. And not only,
that's just, there's nothing behind it at all.
Well, and speaking of that, I also thought it was interesting that even though it got a lot of press coverage that he mentioned the letters, but nobody really seemed to go very deep into what we just said, which is what did that mean, and sort of debunking the fact that he said it. There was more attention around the fact that he said it than what was meant.
Right.
And like you said, Chuck, I mean, it almost was like we were being sort of lumped in. I'm going to protect all Americans from ISIS, and you're just lucky enough to be part of them.
Right.
So, you know, kudos to you.
And he also, though, he said in an interview, like it wasn't even 2 months ago, that he was still planning to overturn gay marriage.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, so
Well, he says whatever at any
Yeah,
point in time. But
yeah,
anyway, we
yeah.
know all of that. Let's move on to the DNC, because I thought it was interesting too. We have an historic moment during the conference. First female of a major party nominated. What were your thoughts as you were watching sort of all the speeches at the DNC? The differences, if you will, Pam.
I'll let you go. Yeah.
Well, for one thing, my gosh, the diversity is abundant with the DNC, right? I mean, we're seeing all kinds of people.
Yeah.
And with the counterpart the week before, it's just,
Yeah, the screenshot or the crowd shots were very sort of similar,
Right.
if we could put it that way.
And, it's just been interesting. The whole week was interesting in terms of, I mean, I've been a Democrat my whole life, so I'm going to rally behind seeing Bill Clinton give a great speech. He's like, to me, a relative,
There
yeah,
he is
he was amazing. But you know what's interesting, guys? As much as I believe in everything I'm listening to, and I just drink the juice, there are so many people that everything I see is good and think the intentions are good, and these issues can be explained. Oh my gosh, there are people on the other side that think it's just the work of the devil, and everybody's a crook, and everybody.
Well, and you still
right?
have you have that, and then you have the sort of diehard Bernie fans that still have to be converted. I feel like there's been a lot of progress made in that, and,
Yeah, I think they
all
made
the
a lot of
speeches, are
progress.
saying, fall in line, because what's the alternative? But it is interesting to see, and to be fair, I mean, as you said, I mean, you can go to her site and see what they plan to do and what they plan to accomplish in her presidency right away.
Right. And I will say, of course, because you started on the historic nomination of Hillary Clinton, first female, it's amazing. I mean, as a female, it's amazing. And it does take a while. I remember I supported Hillary in 2008.
Yeah.
And when she didn't get the nomination, it took me a minute to regroup and be behind Obama. It didn't take that long.
Right.
But it does.
Well, we're going to have to go. I hate to cut
What?
you off. I know.
I got more to
But
say.
We've got a lot of time. We're going to be talking about this more up until the course of the election. But thanks for your input, guys. And when we come back, Pam is going to be joined by that Vanderbilt HIV vaccine program for a look at one of their new promising initiatives. Stay with us.
Out and About Today, sponsored by the Tennessee Performing Arts Center.